Can we not do the farm sim drama, please? Can we, like, not? It would be very strong, very highly appreciated. So, welcome along to Flight Sim Friday. Today we're heading to Western Sahara in Africa. Should have 2 planes on the ground, I'm only seeing the one, but that's fine. Being joined today by Hayden, of course, and someone who I'm gonna guess wants to be kept anonymous, for now at least. So I'm just going through my pre-flight real quick. Everything's looking good so far. Because I've actually remembered to do it this time instead of wondering why the engines won't start in 20 minutes time. There we go. So let's get the batteries on. And we'll get the EPU starting. Just make sure that's the starter. Let's get the APU starting up. APU starting. And we're going from Golf Alpha Bravo Sierra to Golf Mike Lima today. Our flight plan, I need to check. Hello, Rob. Is our call sign is Golf Romeo Delta Whiskey Tango. Our flight plan is direct Bigot. Uh, 139 nautical miles away. Then via Uniform Golf 851 to Mayak.
Oh hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Thank you for the donation, whoever that was. Who was that? And I'm farmer with this. Good lord, €17.91 donation. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. And then we're off to Camel. Direct. We'll execute that as our active flight plan. Need a small bit more information here. Hey, Oxy. I'm off on my travels, yes. Get to fly plane. Also known as throw on autopilot. Transition altitude is 3,300. Cruising altitude is 360. And I'm Farmer! Welcome back to being a member. And our target speed of cruise will be 0.81. Just to get this flight done as fast as possible, we should have enough fuel. Let's just make sure everything's set up now. Or is being set up, I should say. Sort out the descent on our way down. And we're gonna need to listen to... We're on 1228 already, good. But in comp 2, we're gonna need 1220. Gonna need to also listen to comp 2. Why is Active Sky not working? Comp 2 is active, comp 2 is 1220. Interesting. What happens if I tune in on COM 1? Nothing. Am I just not gonna have weather for this? I have no weather. Why is Active Sky not working? It should be. Have I done something stupid with the options? No. Failed on one German word in the description. Oh my god. So I think we're good for pre-flight. Oh, emergency lights are off. Let's arm them. Get the turn-offs and taxi light on. That's all good. Ignition on. Yeah, good point. Q1009. No significant. 3408. So if I bring up the airport that's the wrong one. The airport diagram here. Taking off 24. Just for the sake of flight planning there. And 24 is 241 degrees. I'll need the range down, please, and that is set up. Trying to get the transponder on this to work properly is a pain. There we go. Coffee. I'm gonna see if I can get better pushback to work, because I am parked in a bit of an awkward spot. Gonna need to push to there before I can really start.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Please generate something that'll make sense for this. Start pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Oh my god, that's adorable! We got a teeny tiny pushback car. That is absolutely adorable. It's not going to lift the nose of the plane up, is it? Because it looks like it wants to. How is this going to work? Attaching.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay, it's ready to connect. It's, oh my god, it's going to lift the plane.
Winching strap and adapter in position.
Oh,
Release
that's
parking
really
brake
cool.
when ready to start pushback.
That's actually really cool. Ready to start pushback. We should be pushing in a second. Wait, oh my god, the plane's getting lifted.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Engine start as approved.
Hey, quit blinding me with your landing lights. Turn
Oops.
them off.
Engine start as approved. Starting number 2. Starting number 2. Starting number 2. What am I forgetting? The hydraulics. Can't use a hydraulic starter without hydraulics. I'm still missing something. Thank you to Drew, I think it was, for the 99 cents. Yes, it was. Why are we not getting start? I actually have to go through the checklist, aren't I? On the next checklist, engine start. So yes. Gust lock off. Can't say that'll be the problem.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Thrust levers idle.
Connecting tow. Stand by.
Oh, there's the problem. Forgot to switch the engines on. Excuse me, engine 2. Now what's wrong? Oh.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Why is the plane refusing to want to start? We do have APU, yes. Do we have APU? We don't have APU bleed, that's what the problem is. Oh, good. I'm doing well today. Doing well in that I completely forgot that the APU needs to be bled. We have a starting engine 2. They start on engine 1. At this point I can turn on the bleeds. And cross bleed is open. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We can turn the APU off now. Parking brake is on, but that's intentional. Let us get flaps 1 in. Parking brake off. And we'll taxi over to the runway. Probably enough time to go get breakfast? Probably. I mean, I'm on a taxi now, so up to you. I did see that the third member of our flight has already decided to naff off. He's already gone. And I can confirm he is actually flying an Airbus A319 today. I have no idea, Rob. I haven't been following that today. We're off already, are we? Yeah, surprisingly, surprisingly easy to get a plane off the ground, believe it or not. Especially when there's no passengers or anything to worry about. GA planes can kind of just get ready and go in the space of a couple of minutes. Ground spoilers to auto. I'm now doing some pre-takeoff checks, which I'll have time to do that, I guess, at runway. At hold point for the runway. Everything is good anti-ice wise. Outside temperature is 38 degrees Celsius. So we're good. Do I have to service and refuel? I do have to worry about fuel. Don't need to worry too much about servicing with this plane specifically. The Cessna 172 that I usually fly, I do need to worry about servicing. So we're going to taxi up to the hold point right up here and stop so that we can prepare the plane. There should be a hold point here. Hold point Alpha, which is unnervingly close to the runway. Just put on the... I love how this thing actually has a handbrake. Our fake 737, which is Hayden, is ready for takeoff. By the looks of it, looking like he's waiting on chrono to tick up. Fair enough, Peter. Here he goes, takeoff roll. And he is just about up in the air. You can see I was down in the annex apron. So let's get a chrono running real quick. While the chrono is running, same. Ah.
Approaching 2-4.
So we gotta wait for... I'm gonna give it 2 minutes after that departure to
On runway 06, 900 meters remaining.
Yes, thank you. We gotta wait 2 minutes after that departure just for wake turbulence dissipation. Probably don't actually need to. We could probably go a bit faster, but we'll give it 2 minutes just to be on the safe side. And if this is anything like last night, yeah, this runway is a bit weird in that there's lights in the middle of it. I'm not entirely sure why. We'll line up in front of the lights, I guess. Weather's going a bit mental at the moment as well.
On runway 24.
There we go. Always remember, kids, waiting on the runway is the best time to finish your coffee. Okay, there's... Our 10 minutes expired. Let's get this up to takeoff. Little bit of left rudder just to keep it all steady. And rotate.
FSE flight not started.
Yes, I know I'm not flying on FS Economy tonight, thank you. Let's get the gear coming up. And we can get some flaps up now. Why is it wanting me to go in this direction? Ah, because it's bringing me back on course. I see. Let's hand fly it up to 10,000 and...
Altimeter setting.
We'll throw on autopilot from there. In a way, I'm glad that Active Sky isn't working, because it won't have insane winds at altitude, but in a way, I'm kind of annoyed that it's not. We're above 10,000, woo! Autopilot on. The yaw damper. That was interesting. Igniters can come off. Never actually turn on my landing light. Whoops. need to squawk mode. Charlie, come on. There you go, squawking TARA. And we are off, up into the sky. Anything else I'll need to do past 10,000? Cabin altitude is good, rising slowly. Your max cruise is 0.78. Do you want me to reduce my planned cruise then to 7.8? Actually, 8.1 for now, and then I'll slow down to 7.8 once I get past you. Hey, Josh. Because my max is 8.2. Let's get the mini-map up here. Maps. So in terms of where we're flying today, I can show you now. We're flying from Bamako down here. And we're going to be going all the way up to... right here, Layoun. Did a test flight of this last night. It was about 2.5 hours. Vague Nation, I know. Hey, John Mark. So this is anticipated to be about a 2.5 hour flight, roughly, depending on weather. It's actually going to be slightly less if we get a tailwind the whole way. That'd be nice. I'm doing good, how are you? Let's put this on the progress page. Top of descent is anticipated to be 1757 Zulu, which is actually 6:57 Irish time. So let's change this to UTC. There we go. So it's 1618 Zulu currently. We're anticipated to be getting 140 miles in 10 minutes. Top descent is anticipated for 1757 Zulu. That's not correct at all. 200 miles in a minute. That's not in any way correct. True airspeed is currently coming up through 400 knots. And whoops. Didn't want to turn them off. Yes, let's just turn off the emergency instruments for funsies. No. That is a terrible idea. Also, I'm enjoying where Avitab is on this. This is Avitab. It is a really useful bit of freeware for X-Plane. Helps with planning so much. We could if we wanted, because Layoun is only just across from the Canaries. We could go to the Canaries today as well, but I don't feel like it. Yeah, Active Sky is just not working today. I mean, it's working in its window, but it's not working through the radio, which is interesting. Have I done something weird with the options or something? I'm using FatSim Weather as well, which is good because if all else fails, I can just use the meter command. But come up through 26,000 feet now. Our cruising altitude is going to be 36,000 feet, flight level 360. Don't have ortho today because I tried it yesterday. I did a test leg last night and this was all just brown. It was very uninteresting. Which, you know, is fair of the desert, but it's not very interesting. So we're going to go with the weird and wonderful bizarro world that is the X-Plane Desert. I forgot to brush my hair before I started streaming, so I'm going to do it now real quick. Just so that I don't feel terrible. Here we go. I feel slightly less bad now. I've got less bed hair. Less of a bed head going on. This has some custom cameras, does it not? Yes, it does. This is quite a nice camera to use for the flight. We'll get a good view out up ahead. And I can open up Project Fly and see what it's saying our estimated timings are going to be like. Apparently, I'm already past Hayden. He's behind us somewhere, seemingly. Can't be right. Oh. Hey, Alexander. By the way, guys, feel free to ask any questions you might have about, yeah, X-Plane or this plane in particular. This camera view would hurt in real life. It probably would, yes. Should update my sub goal. I should, hang on. Things what I can do during X-Plane streams because I can tab around. Let's change it to that. Here we go. If you got any questions about this flight, this plane, anything at all, feel free to ask. Like that picture of Jeremy Clarkson doing his speed face, yeah. In the aerial atom, that was. Coming up through 32,000 feet now. Slightly concerned that I'm seemingly not getting any traffic on this, when I definitely should be. You just passed 19,000? Oh my god. Why are you even flying, Hayden? Are you flying a turboprop or something? Wait, if you're gonna be slow like that, I can change my target speed to 0.78. 733 fully loaded. Oh my god. Why? I've just changed my target cruise to 7.8, so I shouldn't pull away from you too much, but it is going to take slightly longer. Especially with this 39 knot crosswind we got going on. We are up and above most of the clouds now. Way down there is Africa. The Sahara Desert specifically, even though it's green, and explain it, that is the Sahara Desert supposedly. And let me think. Yeah. Interesting fact about the country of Western Sahara. Because it is a very odd sounding country. It's just a country that is named after the area that it is, which is the Western Sahara Desert. Depending on who you ask, the country may or may not exist. If you ask Morocco, they will say no, that's just part of Morocco. If you ask most UN member states, they will say no, that's Western Sahara, with the capital of Leon. So it's one of these politically weird countries that kind of exists but also kind of doesn't, depending on who you ask, and it's listed on Wikipedia as being a country, so I'm going to count it as a country for the purposes of the tour. Also, most of the UN counts it as a country, so that's a second good reason. Hey, Fenton! In other news, there is a bit of unrest going on in Mali, so technically speaking, you wouldn't really want to be flying out of Mali today. The FAA in America has put out a notice to airmen that Mali probably isn't a good place to be going. but yeah, this is flight sim, and political stuff like that doesn't normally get in the way, or at least I don't let it. Update on the headset that I bought, by the way. According to eBay's tracking, it's still in Litchfield. I think I said that it's in Litchfield before. Yeah, it's still in Litchfield, and I'm slightly concerned that it never actually got delivered where they said it got delivered. Because there's no... like, it's the same tracking number still. And it's not even, like, marked as in transit. So if it's not here by next Thursday, I'll be starting some dispute resolution on eBay and being very angry, because that's €50 that I can't normally afford. But it hopefully should be here fairly soon. Slowing to 67. Yeah, I'm at 7.8 just to cruise at the same speed as Hayden. Which I think I'm ahead of him. Hopefully I am, like, noticeably ahead of him, because otherwise that's going to cause problems. He is, like, right behind me. I'm going to speed up to 7.9 temporarily. That 0.1 of a Mach number, or 0.01, will make a big difference. Hey, Shadowbox! I've decided to do stupid things and fly around the world in various light aircraft. On VATSIM of all things. So I'm kind of silently hoping that the Oh, it'll be Canary Center and Casablanca Center kind of overlapping there. Seen some of the videos? It's a dumb idea, but it's at least they're giving me reasons to do flights. If you're able to join in sometime, dude, feel free. You're more than welcome to join in on these. Because they're not all just Challenger 300s. Flying at 36,000 feet because why not? I've seen the guys who did IRL with the 208. I follow Matt Guttmiller who did in a Bonanza F33. It's an open invite to anybody who has a flight sim, basically, dude. So, you know, if you're watching and you've got a flight sim, you want to join in with this for a leg or two, feel free. Yeah, the guys with the Cessna, I had that as my bedtime watching for a while. So I missed probably about half of their legs because I'd fallen asleep. But it's always oh good lord, it's always cool to see people doing just stupid, insane things in real life instead of in flight sims. Like some of the airports they landed at, I would not want to land at, even on VATSIM, with like a Cessna 208 or a Cessna 177 or whatever. Would not want to go anywhere near them in a light aircraft. You never tried VATSIM? It's... Most of my experience, Hayden, is uncontrolled because I fly late at night in the EU, so I don't have actually any controlled experience. Hello, Traff. You've missed departure, Traff. If you hop into like you could probably do it in the Dreamliner, which I'm presuming was your plan. If you cruise Mach 0.81, you might be able to catch us. Because I'm going 0.79 to just speed away from Hayden a small bit. And our Airbus up ahead is cruising 0.67. To allow us to catch up. So if you cruise at like 0.81, you'll probably be able to catch us. Fly FS LED's easy. I mean, you can still do it and you can still catch us on this leg. We've got a good hour and a half left. If you go 0.81, 0.82, you can definitely catch us. Flying an EasyJet. I need to watch that as well, actually. What's it called? EasyJet inside the cockpit, isn't it? Because I do like Airbus as a company in general. Yeah, sweet. I'll see if I can find that later on tonight, because I'm fairly sure it won't be very easy for me to find. Oh, that's not cardboard, that's painted. on ITV in the UK. Yes, but I'm in Ireland and we don't have ITV. Our version of ITV is Virgin Media 1, which shows select ITV shows and not EasyJet inside the cockpit. So I'll have to find it online somewhere through questionable means, most likely. Hey, Stu. So minus 83. Wait, what? If I go chase view and spin around, we should be able to. No? Are you still. Are you only at like 260, Hayden? Because you're showing up on my TCAS. Look straight down. Easier said than done, my friend. You're showing up my TCAS as being behind. But no, I'm not seeing anything. Which is probably for the best. BizJet. Yeah, this is going to be my plane of choice for the longer legs. I may do one much to Hayden's pleasure in a BBJ. Also known as a Boeing 737-800 that's just being called a business jet. But this is gonna, yeah, I'm gonna be using jets for the longer legs just so they don't take 6 or 7 hours. Which I could definitely do in a turboprop or a Cessna or something, but I don't think they'd be all that fun to watch. And in fact, there's two legs. You need to learn to use XP11. The biggest thing between XP11 and P3D or FSX or whatever is literally just the flight model slightly different, the flaring is slightly different, and it can get a bit convoluted as you're learning it to figure out how to flare and to get planes off the ground. But once you actually manage to learn that, it is so much smoother than FSX. It is such a nicer experience. Everything looks like it's been made by Orbex. Like, the default scenery looks like Orbex, and it's amazing. Even though, you know, that's probably not what the Sahara Desert looks like. Can't afford any power for it at the moment either. I mean, you could get the Zebo 737. Here's the thing, you can fly a whole lot of stuff on X-Plane with no power. Because you got Zebo for big jets. You could get the Robin DR401, which is freeware, power quality freeware for GA, slightly faster than a Cessna. Zebo's amazing, but it does eat frames, so you need a pretty beefy PC to run it well. Aviatab is something that I would just always recommend for X-Plane, because it's a flight bag in a very useful format. Upgraded your mobile RAM and CPU. So the thing with Zebo is it eats GPU memory, eats VRAM. So I'm upgrading my GPU hopefully at the end of this month, actually. Hopefully the end of May. Dependent on when YouTube payments come through for me. To a 2070 Strix 50C, I think it is. The top of the line 2070. So I shouldn't have any issues with graphics for a while. Need to upgrade your saving for an engagement ring. Well, congrats in advance. Or good luck in advance, I suppose. I'm not gonna put the cart before the horse there. Oh, by the way, for Farm Sim people, Landy won't be streaming today. Slow down, please. How much by jump points 7-8? Whoops. You just have to find the ring and do it properly? Fair enough. Actually slow to 0.76. You're 0.67. Oh. That's slow to 0.7. Let's slow right down then. Slightly concerned about fuel range, but okay. So I am slowing, I promise. Just not as quickly as I'd like. Let's put the spoilers up a small bit just to get a bit more speed bleed going on. Actually, you're at 6.7, so let's slow to 0.68 to round it up. Oh, if you're wondering what the spoilers on this look like, they're comical. There's the spoilers, those two little teeny flaps. There we go. They didn't get a fast ring. I'm with you there. Planning 0.81 and actually going 0.67. That's quite a speed difference. FMC, you're really, really hopeful about how fast I can go 100 miles, aren't you? The top of the descent is at 1817 Zulu, as is the destination. We got 50 knot crosswinds going on at the moment, though. That's not good. Why did you fully load the 7.3? Peyton, this is my question. Why did you decide it needs to be fully loaded? It's incredibly advanced with all working controls. What do you mean, Stu? This jet, it's... I would consider it fairly run-of-the-mill, honestly. Everything works for the most part the way it should. Yeah, I got more than enough fuel to do this flight. How much of the controls are interactive? Woo. This entire top panel is. All of this is. All of these are. This is all interactive, 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 this is all interactive. Including, I think, cockpit voice recorder. Yes. All over there is interactive. I think this entire panel works as well. This entire panel works, so I can make the enunciators bright and reduce the intensity of the pedestal and the glare shield and the PFD and the MFD. So basically everything you see that is a button is a working button. Let's get the sun visor down. Yeah, payware you're basically paying for everything to work exactly as it would in the, or at least mostly as it would in the real plane. Hey, Robert. And this tablet is actually freeware. It's the tablet's freeware. It's just implemented in most payware planes now because everybody loves AviTab. Even the emergency landing gear deploy works. That's there we go. There is somewhere where I can't remember where it is, a dome light control. I found it last night and I can't remember where exactly it is. Dome. Those were steering. Found it last night. It's not back there somewhere. I found it literally once, turned on, and I can't remember where it is now. Lighting, that's all outdoor light, outside lighting. Yep, nope, no idea. Let's go to chase view. I'll watch this beautiful Swiss jet. It's a Swiss registered jet. Flying over the Sahara Desert. Let's see if I can find a good angle for this. There we go. Let me know if it's a bit loud, guys, by the way. That's the stream announcements. Lovely. Keep those 2 pages though. We're not over Atlantis yet. Let me just check with Active Sky where we are with relation to that. We're about halfway there, hey. We're about halfway to Atlantis. You guys will see what Hayden means by Atlantis when we get there. Mach 0.68, good lord. I'm not slowing down any more than this. This is now my minimum speed. In fact, you're now flying faster than me. Yeah, your ground speed is significantly faster than mine. If it's modeled, it should be, because it's a major feature. Might not be colored correctly, but it'll be definitely there as kind of a model. They're flown the 319. Yeah. You're trying to climb at the same time. Why did you fully load the plane? This is the overriding question. CASB. Why did you decide that fully loading the 733 was a good idea? All you're succeeding in doing is inconveniencing everybody. Hayden went. Yeah, what Hayden's saying is he went absolutely ham at the duty free. I think it's time to launch the plane. Choo! See if we can spot Hayden while we're out here. There he is. There's the slow boy. Crabbing his way along the desert. Oh, these contrails last for a while. There's some really funky texture work going on there. Oh, hey, Atlantis is showing up on this map. There's Atlantis, as Hayden's decided to call it. And we're going to be flying pretty much directly over it. I'm hoping that the cloud cover isn't too bad when we're heading over it. What's Active Sky saying the cloud cover is like? It's saying there's like no cloud. Active sky, make up your mind. There's either cloud cover or no cloud cover. You can't have this. Is that an airport down there? That is an airport down there, I think. Or just a really odd bit of texture work. We'd be over Atlantis by now if you didn't fully load the bloody 7.3. My entire timing for this flight was based on Mach 0.81, not 0.68. Shout out to Hayden's cat, who got revenge on my behalf apparently. Are you still trying to climb, by the way, Hayden? Because we've been flying now for 45 minutes. You should be at cruising altitude. Yeah, we're 20 nautical miles behind because Hayden decided to be an idiot and fully load a 737-300. Is he at least showing up in my outside views now? There's the slow boy. There he is. Crawling his plane through the sky at 3 miles an hour because he decided to fully load his 737. Let's speed up by 0.1. Watch as Hayden slowly but surely starts to fall back. 21 nautical miles on TCAS, yeah. I mean, Hayden's finally managed to catch up with me, but now I've decided to speed up, and there he goes. He started. His plane looks like it's stuck in mid-air, going backwards very slowly. As I speed up by Mach 0.1. Just because I can. Don't make me get my Concorde. You could probably fully load that and still be slow. We're coming up near Atlantis now, by the way. Coming into the desert proper, and Atlantis is gonna be off to off your right wing in probably about 10-15 minutes. Or if you're Hayden, 20. There's Hayden. There is a rather lovely view out over the desert. I'm flying to places that no other flight sim streamer does. Like, I've never seen anybody flying to Leon from Mali. Regardless of planes, even if I was flying a Dreamliner or something, I've never seen somebody do this flight. Or flying from Mali to Mayoun, or Leon. It's a flight that nobody does, because Africa is just underrepresented in, we're going into clouds. Just really quickly... Get the anti-ice on. Last thing I want to do is ice up at 36,000 feet. If that's icing, then I'm really glad that I threw that on. That may just as easily be... Yep, it's just a really weirdly shaped cloud. Okay, that's yeah, that's sort of 0.73. That sounds like a good speed. Fuel cache, thank you very much, Irish. I'll be needing it after this, thanks to Hayden. Atlantis will be coming into view very shortly, by the way. There it is. And there we are. I will pop out into one of the various outside views to show you Atlantis when we get there. Which hopefully will emerge from behind a cloud and a really cool, amazing like reveal of Atlantis. Alternatively, it might be obscured behind a cloud. See if I can spot it already. It shouldn't be visible. There's the edge of it. Yeah, that's this feature here. One of the cool things about X-Plane is you can look outside and match up that ground feature there that... Let's see if I can get a good view on it. Not... There we go. You can match up these cliffs to these cliffs right here. They are one and the same. So we are coming into the area of Atlantis very soon. By the way, this is with like reduced graphics settings over what I usually fly, just for FPS reasons. This isn't my usual graphics settings to gain as many frames per second as I can. And it's working very nicely, I might add. So yeah, that grand feature there, those cliffs, are the entrance to Atlantis. It'll still be a little while before we're actually there, but it's going to be cool to show you. Ooh, weird cloud and wonkiness. Oh, it's the haze kicking in and out. That's amazing. And also very weird. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little white speck over there. That's Hayden. Might just about be visible. Now there should be another one up there somewhere that is Mr. John Doe. In our Airbus friend. There he is. I think he is already over Atlantis. Or yeah, he's already over Atlantis, because just after Atlantis we're turning, so... Well, that'd look to be a turn on the Airbus. He is, just over Atlantis. Let me check for Steam sale. Steam sale countdown. Next Steam sale, unconfirmed, is going to be starting. It's going to be the summer sale. This is unconfirmed. June 23rd. So at 50 days, 23 hours and 51 minutes. Maybe a bit longer, maybe a bit shorter. Based on previous datas and stuff. From April... Ooh. PC Gamer's predicting the 20th. PC Gamer's predicting June 20th, then October 24th, November 20th, December 19th. Because Steam sales traditionally start on Thursday. Yeah, there's no confirmation of when, but educated guesses say the 20th or the 27th. The 23rd is not actually possible. Because that is a... If the 20th is a Thursday, the 23rd is a Saturday, so that's not a possible sale time. Hayden, have you managed to speed up? Because you've caught up with me a bit. Might be able to get explained for your birthday. Fingers crossed. I thoroughly encourage you guys to get explained, whether it's in a sale or out of a sale. Thoroughly encourage it. Just to... You took off before me. You've been in the air for an hour now. Over an hour. By the time you reach your cruising altitude, you're gonna be descending. Why not just cruise at like 320? I can turn off the anti-ice now, actually. There's Hayden in the struggle bus. The funny thing is I've got so much less experience in flight sims, and even I know not to fully load a plane when you're going to be flying for just 2 hours. Like, the anticipated flight time for this is, according to Hayden's thingy, Sky Vector, is 2 hours 15 at Mach 0.78 flight level 360 or 0.72 flight level 360. So it'll probably be a lot closer to 2.5 hours. Next time you're taking 732. Next time take something that can actually cruise at a reasonable speed and don't fully load it. That's the key there, Hayden, is don't fully load the plane. I know it's a bit of a stretch for you, but it does tend to help if the plane can actually get up to its speeds. Hey Harrison, how you doing, dude? Right as well. Hello. I think I can knock an extra 0.02 in. Just don't annoy Hayden even more. He's starting to catch us, let's pull away even more. There's struggle. Oh, there he is! Look at him down there in his struggle bus. Step away and getting noodles? Fair enough. Do. Aiden can never know. Look, little struggle bus in a Boeing 737. Little bizjet flying straight past. I'm doing spacing, Hayden. It's fine. Oh hell, there's the Airbus. Let's go 0.76. We're coming up to Atlantis, and I'm not entirely sure that the clouds are going to let us see it. By the way, that's what an airliner at 4,000 feet looks like. Where are we in relation to Atlantis? Is there nighttime flying too? Yeah. Depending on when I explain the size local sunset is going to be, we might be landing at night. But you can fly basically 24/7 and explain. There's no limitation on, like, you can only fly during the day. The only flights that in real life have limitations on daylight would be VFR flights under visual flight rules, because you obviously need to be able to see stuff, and it's quite difficult to see the ground at night when you're in the air. If you're flying instrument flight rules, you can fly whenever the hell you like. Airport limitations aside, because obviously airports... You can VFR at night. Not in Ireland or the UK, you can do it in the US, but not Ireland or the UK. Well, you can, but you need a special addendum to your license. You need a night rating in Ireland and the UK to fly VFR at night. Whereas in the US you get your private pilot's license, you're able to fly whenever the hell you like. How the crap you're supposed to get your night hours? I think you're supposed to get like training or something. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I do know that you have to get certified for night flights in the UK at least. Let's see if we can spot it yet. Because in this dark area here is Atlantis, as Hayden's decided to call it. Should be just about there, I think. So we're very, very nearly at Atlantis. For active sky. Yeah, this should be Atlantis over here. Also known as the Richat structure. Richat? I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it. It is a tectonic structure. It looks like it's an impact crater, but it's not. So I flew over it last night when I was testing this leg and testing the ortho that I've decided to go without. I genuinely believe that was an impact crater, and I was very confused. So I went to Google Maps and found it. And no, it's a tectonically created structure. Good lord, I'm struggling to English today. Yes, Irish. You need. You get your basic aircraft rating, which you can fly basically 172s and small, very very small single engine planes. Then you move on to complex rating, I believe it is, which is stuff that doesn't have fixed propellers. Or does have fixed propellers? No, it doesn't. And then dual engines, and then... Is there a jet rating as well? I'm not entirely sure. But then you can get, like... You obviously need to get instrument rated. You actually start off flying VFR only. You have to learn instrument ratings. And with instrument ratings you can get type rated as well, which is... That you are classified... Oh no, that's with transport license, isn't it? That you got to be type rated to fly the specific plane that you want to use commercially. And then there's advanced... There's ATPL, which I can't remember what it is. I think it's Advanced Transport Pilot's License. That isn't the camera angle I wanted, thank you very much. Hayden's just saying yes now. Are you angry that I've sped up again? Hey, you're going faster than me again. I can definitely speed up. Airline transport license. And you need an ATPL to fly the likes of the Boeing 737, Airbus A320, A330, A340, A350, A360, A370, A380, A390, A3-100. Yes, you're climbing and you're going faster than me. Because you were behind me and now you've caught up, so I'm speeding up again. See, look, now you're ahead of me. You're 100% going faster than me, so I'm speeding up to get back ahead of you. Also, Hayden, good news, we're about to fly over Atlantis. We'll be off the right wing in probably about 5 minutes. So there you are, and there I am, and you're very, very slowly going along the bottom of my plane. Actually, you're still ahead of me slightly. 'Cause that's the direct down view. But I am slowly but surely catching you. So if I just angle the camera like this, Atlantis should be very easily visible about here in a few minutes' time. Assuming the plane doesn't ice up and crash in the meantime. In fact, it looks like we're going to fly almost directly over it. There's the Airbus. I'm hoping it's modelled. I really am, because it's a really interesting feature in the terrain, and one of the very few that are actually on this leg. So that 20 minutes ago, I know. We were flying a lot slower than I was actually expecting. Because somebody fully loaded their 737. Not gonna name names, November 260 Delta Victor. I get the horrible feeling they haven't modelled Atlantis. See, now justice is being done, I'm overtaking you and I'm not slowing down again. I'm not passing you, you're ahead of me still. I'm just passing Captain Slowpoke. He's going Concorde next time, isn't he? The 777. There you go. Justice has been done. Star 71. Yeah, that would about be my response. Just Blackbird and firewall up to Mach 4 vertical. Firewall midfield vertical Mach 4. Perfect way to take off. Also the perfect way to destroy an SR-71. No, Hayden, the next leg is another long one if memory serves. Let me just open up the map here. I need to update the map actually. That can go green. This can go orange. The next leg is 1,000 kilometers again. After this 1,700 kilometer leg. So, oh no, come on. Be nice to me, explain. Atlantis should be down there. Should be right there. Slow it down a bit. Oh, there it is! Aiden, it's modeled. There's Atlantis. It's not perfectly colored, but it is there. The terrain feature is there. Big, huge outside ring and the inner rings. All exactly where they should be. Unfortunately, it's a bit cloudy, but there is Atlantis. I've slowed to 0.76, by the way, just because that's a nice middle ground of where you want me to be, which is too slow, and where I want to be, which is possibly a bit too fast. This is one of the coolest terrain features I've seen so far. It's just a damn shame that it's being covered up by all these clouds. You're climbing at 7.5. Yeah, I'm quite happy cruising 7.6. I always can speed up to 7.8. Why does it have to be cloudy here? Why must X-Plane troll me with the clouds? I mean, they're very pretty clouds, X-Plane, but I really want to see the terrain right now. We've got the sole interesting bit of terrain that we're flying over right now. X-plane. Please stop with the clouds. Cease with the cloud silliness. Are you done with the clouds? No, another cloud is just forming ahead of us. And because there's so many clouds, there's shadows on Atlantis, which means that it's almost invisible. GG, there's Atlantis. Thank you, X-Plane, for completely crapping all over it. But there is some very interesting terrain around here anyway. Oh, there we go, there's Atlantis. X-Plane has decided to be sunny now. There's Atlantis, it heard my complaints. It looked so much nicer in the ortho last night, but the ortho was a bit weird and didn't work very well. Is that a town? Is that a town right beside Atlantis? Hayden, I think that might actually be Atlantis. I don't recall seeing a town on Google Maps. Satellite imagery. That's to the south of it. Oh, there is! There is a teeny tiny little town there. With a shop. You were referring to the actual town. I thought you were referring to the giant stone structure next to the town. Let's up back into the cockpit here, and 272 miles, top of descent. Our destination is here. We're flying at a bit of an angle to it. As you can see, we'll be actually making a right turn to come up pretty much straight onto the airport. And let's real quick get some information about the airport. So, it's a bit of an odd looking airport. Somebody waving some glow sticks about. You remember when the Eye of the Sahara was interesting, the modern world is a myth. Yeah. It's an interesting airport. If we're landing runway 02... Caution, birds. If we're landing runway 02, we actually have to get to the apron that we'll want to be at, taxi via taxiway Bravo, or Charlie, I guess, if we're really slow at stopping. Then on Echo and around. If we're on runway 04, which is slightly better, we can take the high-speed hotel and taxi straight in. There's no actual arrival procedures, so the only approaches available are ILS or ILS or nav 02 or Viordemi 04, which I hate Viordemi, so we're going to try land 02 with the ILS. Unless the wind is significantly wrong. So let's just check check the METAR. 34016. Hayden, we're landing runway 22. There's no way we can land with a 16 knot tailwind. This is going to be interesting because there's no arrival procedures for this runway. QNH 1014, arrival destination, by the way. 1700 Zulu 3406 visibility greater than 10 kilometers. Clouds few at 3700. Scattered at flight level 200. Temperature 22, dew point 11. QNH 1014. No significant weather reported in the area. So let's just arrival. It's not even me. It's not even letting me choose a runway. So I guess we're just not gonna have an arrival procedure. Descending transition flight level. I'm gonna have to grab that from this. Is 035. Almost said 350. Actually, let's transition down at 60. This is gonna get very interesting very quickly, I feel. Oh dear, a visual approach for me. I mean, I've been getting better at visuals, but I'm not very good at them. Gotta set the course as the actual runway heading, which is 217. So let's set the course to... Can't set the course. So we're gonna need to be going 217. So thank you for that, Avitab. That's very helpful. So set heading 037 for our downwind. Oh dear. Tutors on page 2? No, there is no page 2. There is none. I could do... We already made 04 and circle to land. But I'm just as well off going fully visual with few at like 3,000 feet. Unless it's overcast, I'm fine doing a visual. Just gonna get very interesting. Oh dear. Top of descent's 229 miles. Airport's 364 miles. 75 miles from our next waypoint. Oh boy. If you want to see memes, me doing a visual approach is definitely one of them. As Hayden can attest to from Overcast 2000. It's not Overcast 2000. I did... It better not be. Get. Fuse 037. Scattered 200. Time to bring out the popcorn. Can we roll the trucks already? Yeah, scattered 200, few 37, we're fine. We're fine. Fire trucks are on standby though, because this is going to be a bit of a spicy landing. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be landing full flaps, just so that I don't have much speed to try and bleed off. Oh dear. Top of descent is scheduled for 1812 Zulu. We're currently at 1742 Zulu. Oh, we're pulling away from Hayden again. I'm actually going to want to slow slightly, I think. Yeah. 7.5 will do. With 200 autobots to go, 0.01 Mach should actually allow for good spacing. Your frames dropped. That's probably for the best, actually. It's just allowing us to space out a small bit. You're able to go up faster than point 8. Yeah, I'm fine. Just kind of cruising 7.4, 7.5 for now. Just Hayden won't speed up, and he probably won't slow down either. He's been going slow enough already. We still have to make the turn towards Lagoon. But we should be good otherwise. Is it hard to learn about all the instruments and ATC commands? From nothing, yes. From a basic knowledge and from watching YouTube videos, no. You can learn by watching, not by doing. It's one of these really cool things. So if you were to watch, we'll say, Aviation 101, Matt Guthmiller, who else is really good? Flight Chops, although Flight Chops is more focused on his instrument rating at the moment. If you were to watch these guys who do like real life flying, you can learn a lot of the ATC commands just from, because they do include them, thankfully, just from watching them get a command, respond to it, and then see what their physical response is to that command. As for the instruments, they're probably the harder one to learn, because you got to learn what they mean, what they are, what they mean, what they do. But by and large, they're also quite easy to learn. No, not Air Force Proud. That is the worst way to learn ATC commands. Because he just memes and then the Air Force One arrives with the president stuck in the toilet again. Air Force One arrives, declares an emergency because the president's stuck in the toilet. Which I know isn't the words that are usually used, but that's invariably what happens in an Air Force One or in an Air Force Proud video. And then he gives nonsense commands. As well, when he's like role-playing the ATC, he just gives nonsense commands. It was very good to watch, actually, Irish, if you want to learn in Flight Sim, and he's going to be streaming in about 45 minutes or so, is Flight Deck to Sim. He's a real-world Boeing 737 pilot who flies invariably Zebo 737-800 as Broadsword 01. And he is very, very good at explaining everything. And very enjoyable to watch. I'll be chilling out in his stream after this. Won't be in the chat, but I'll be chilling out in the stream. Because I am very much a fan of Flight Deck to Sim. Very nice, chilled experience of flight sims. And interesting to see like a real-world pilot simming. Seeing real-world procedures applied to the sim. And he's usually on VATSIM, so you'll have 80. I think he might be doing an event, but he's flying through the UK, which unusually at the moment doesn't have much ATC online. You're a pilot too. You're not a commercial pilot, though. This is the difference. I know you are a pilot, Hayden. But in terms of pilots to watch, it'd be the airline pilots. So Flight Deck to Sim. Over on Twitch, you got Black Box, who's got some numbers after his name that I can't recall off the top of my head. Hayden does actually have a pilot's... actually, do you have a pilot's license, Hayden? Because last you just said you were still working on solo hours. Got your own plane too? See, Hayden's a rich boy. How far until top of the sign? 166. So we'll be ascending about 15 minutes. Used 152. Ah. So I'd love to learn to fly in real life, but the nearest airport to me that runs a flight school is an hour away and I don't drive, so that complicates matters. Also, I've got like no money ever, and learning to fly is a very expensive thing. Two words. Student loans. Hayden, I already owe like £10,000 sterling in student loans. I don't need more. I don't need to be owing more money. I know that you get an ATPL with a ATR 72 rating here. Is €78,000. That is with Stobart via the Atlantic Flight School in Cork. Because I did some research. And I just don't have that kind of money. I wish I did. Because I loves me turboprops. And that... I love... actually do enjoy flying. I hate airports, I love flying. Because airports are just painful. They're just... yeah, check-in is easy. Security is... invariably there's somebody just ahead of you who has no idea what they're doing. And you're there, stood fully ready to go through security checks, but the guy ahead of you is pulling 6 phones out of his pocket that he's got for no apparent reason. He's got a laptop hidden in his jacket that he needs to put through. He's wearing 7 different coats for some reason. It's invariably just... I hate airport security. Most of my experiences with people who had no idea how airport security worked or no idea about time management when they got there were businessmen. They're like businessmen, full suits and all that kind of stuff, going on a flight to a meeting or something. How much would it be to start flying lessons then? You're probably looking to get a private license, somewhere in the region of about 10 grand. Probably a bit more. The Stobart thing is actually the best value in terms of learning to fly, because you get your private license and then you go straight up through everything else over the course of 18 months to ATPL and an ATR 72, and because there are so few pilots rating on turboprops now, because they just want, people want to fly jets, because there are so few pilots rating on turboprops, especially the ATRs, you're actually more likely to get a job with an ATR 72. Well, you're most likely to get a job with any ATPL and any type rating, really, because every airline wants more pilots. But with ATR, you'll end up potentially progressing a bit faster, because very few people want to fly turboprops. They want to fly in Boeing 737s and Airbus A320s, and I can't think of a single pilot in the world that doesn't want to fly the 747. That's called the Queen of the Skies for a reason. Are we getting up to top of descent? I heard the engine's throttled back a small bit. No, we're still 130 miles away. But pilots want... the ego trip, cred, whatever it is, I'm not entirely sure. But a lot of them just want to fly jets. Because they're fast, I guess. But if I was a professional pilot, I would actually actively want to fly ATR 72, ATR 42, Dash 8 Q400. I much prefer the look and the sound of turboprops. Would I fly a jet? Yeah, absolutely, if I was a professional, but there's something about the drone of turboprops that just gets me. It appeals to me. And I've never flown in one. As much as I love them, I've never flown in one. I've only ever flown in jets. As much as I'm doing it, general aviation and X-plane, I've never flown a small plane either. The smallest plane I've been in is an Embraer E170. And even that is a regional jet. I've never been anything like a Cessna 172, 152. Any Cessna, any Beechcraft, any Piper, any Diamond. I've never been in a small plane. Which is something that I would love to do. I wouldn't want to go up in a helicopter though. Helicopters have a habit of not being able to glide very well. Is the flying school close to you? You can, I think, buy like individual flying lessons. Just the one as like birthday gift or whatever. And they let you take the controls of the plane and stuff. That's something I'd love to do sometime, if ever I had the money. But for now I'm happy sticking to X-Plane, sticking to the sim. Just enjoying flying the virtual thing. Because it's a lot more affordable. It's a lot more affordable to buy a plane for 40 odd euro than for, you know, upwards of 60 grand. For some of the newer planes. And the joy of Sims is you can do dumb stuff that would never work in real life, and just see what would happen. You can fly a 747 into Gibraltar, which doesn't have a runway long enough, but you could do it. You'd probably end up in the sea in Sim, but you wouldn't die like you would in real life. There wouldn't be an explosion. Yeah, you can try going vertical to Cessna 172 in Sim. There's no threat to life or limb when you're in a simulator. I might need to slow down here. We're still too close to the Airbus. Like, Hayden's more than 10 miles back, but we're only 5 miles from the Airbus. And we should realistically have about 10 miles of separation currently. That said, I can just do a slow approach and force separation that way. I think that'll work just as well. That said, Hayden will also end up having to do a slow approach. Unless he falls back even further. Or we could in theory land parallels. I mean, I don't think you'd want to in Leon, but you could in theory land somebody on 2-2 and somebody on 2-0. Like, I can 100% land 2-2 with 2,500 meters available. That is perfectly fine. I thought you were doing flights with it last night, Hayden. Hello, and I. I'm guessing, Hayden, you're going to want to be landing 2-0 as opposed to 2-2. Because you got that extra 200 meters to play with. Or 600 feet. I'm fine landing on the much shorter runway because this thing can stop on a dime. I'm doing good, how are you? It's your first proper flight. You don't care. You don't have an apron. Ah, yes, that is a thing. Oh yeah, cause yeah. I'm gonna slow down a bit more, just point by 0.1. Or 0.01 even. Or 0.1. Not too bad, good to hear, NI. Back to the progress page. Top of descent is in 83 nautical miles. Spoilers auto will be good for landing, I think. Because manual armor would infer that I'd want to be pulling it myself, which I don't want to be doing. I want to be doing auto. For landing, we'll want the landing lights on, obviously. We'll want nav logo, we'll want smoking and belts on, ignition on, APU can come on after landing as we're taxiing. We'll want gear down, full flaps. Reverse, we'll go full reverse on landing and try to make it to hotel. I'm doubting we'll actually make it to... Oh no, we won't be able to make it to hotel. In which case we can go reverse as idle and just take the Golf high speed. Because realistically, I'm not getting off of Juliet from 2-2. I'll probably be landing somewhere around here. I'm not going to stop by here. So I'm just going to do a long landing roll and get off at Golf. Pepper Warrior and Just Flight, what do you think? Just Flight have some really good planes, but they're very expensive, NI. What I would advise you do if you're looking for planes is go onto the xplane.org store and have a look there, because the prices on there are very, very competitive. If you're looking at the Piper, let me just see which one you're looking at. Piper Warrior. That is very expensive for what you're getting. Yeah. And have a look through this section, because you can get something like you can actually get the Aerosphere Warrior for nearly half the price. I'm not sure what the quality's like on the Aerosphere Warrior, but it's much cheaper. The problem with Just Flight is they're very, very expensive. Very good planes, but they're very expensive. What would I recommend? I don't have many payware Pipers. In fact, the only payware Piper I have is actually Just Flight. In terms of like somewhere around the Warrior, of course you're gonna recommend the dual engine Chieftain. Of course you're gonna recommend the... Oh no, the Chieftain is dual engine. I mean, if you're looking for something similar to Warrior, the Cherokee 140 is really a really nice plane. The Archer is really nice as well. I'd go Cherokee personally. It's by V-Flight Air as well, which tends to be pretty good. Does it have glass cockpit? Looks like it's got steam gauges. Yeah, steam gauge 140. That'd be nice actually to have. Hello, Hodge. Where is this right turn we're going to be making? Oh, there it is. Is that 20 nautical miles? Yeah, we're getting good separation with the Airbus ahead. Even though he's going to be landing parallel runway, I'm going to just allow for that to happen. I'm still not looking forward to this approach because it is going to be visual. Might get it later. Yeah, I mean, Hayden's always going to recommend dual engine planes. I'm always going to recommend single engine. I prefer flying single engine with GA. In terms of value for money, though, I'd get like one of the reps for the laminar planes. Saratoga single engine. Yeah, but it's probably a turboprop, isn't it? The Malibu neither suggests twin engine or turboprops. Or turbocharged. He doesn't quite understand the normally aspirated slow boys. They annoy him. Whereas I'm quite happy flying normally aspirated slow boys like the Cessna 172. Oh my god. He's forever Captain Slow. He's Captain Slow, but he doesn't want to fly long flights in a slow plane. I've done in the past couple of months, was it 6 or 8 hours in the 172? Through a series of transatlantic stopovers in Greenland, also Greenland, and then Iceland. In FS Economy, I picked it up in northern Canada, flew to Greenland, flew across Greenland, flew to Iceland, flew down to I think it was Wick or Prestwick or something, northern Scotland, then kind of went from there. And those were 6-7 hour flights in a 172 at 100 knots. Hayden even logged into Nuke to welcome me in on one of them. I think it was Nuke I was flying into that day. Jim Bob, I actually do fly better than I drive in Farm Sim. Although I'm doing a visual approach, so I might prove myself a liar. Generally speaking, I fly better than I drive in Farm Sim, but visual approaches always catch me out. Is there Poppy on 0422? Yes. Parallel 3-degree Poppy. Interestingly, no glide slope information on 0422. We got a 3-degree Poppy, so that's fine. I'm gonna want to overfly the field or fly my downwind about 3,000 feet, just so that I can get an idea of where the hell I am. And then I'll do a descending turn onto. I could do the there is no 04 back courses there. Could actually probably run a back course DME. 04. Yeah, I could run back course Leon 04 DME. Hello, I've got plans. So I'm gonna want to tune in 112.1 in nav 1. Yeah. There we go. So we're now 10 miles behind the Airbus, which is good. Now you're hungry. I'm sorry. I have to eat too. It's fish and potatoes. Breaded cod fillets and potatoes. Delicious. And very hot. Oh my god. That was a bad idea. So it's looking like the VOR is actually at towards the end of the runway, so I'm gonna give it probably 0.4 nautical miles. As the distance. I can definitely fly to the VOR, which is good. So this is our turn towards the airport now. Granted, a decent distance out, 135 nautical miles out from the airport. And we've reached top of descent, so we should in theory start descending. Except we're not. Why are we not? Because I didn't set an altitude to descend to. Oh, hang on a second. What's the airport elevation? This is going to be something important. 3,000 feet will be good. And we'll go flight level change. So that'll roll back the engines. Is the distance I'm flying same as it would be in real life? Yes. This is 100% as it would be in real life. So, distance, time it takes, speed, fuel, usage even. Assuming the plane is being simulated correctly. Winds as well. Oh, hang on, can I do a fix? Yes, fix. And I want... Lima Alpha Yankee. 4 DME. And I want it on the 2-3... No, not the 237, the 241 radial. .217 radial. So I'm just setting up. Hopefully this is going to work the way that I want it to. No, I want it on a 217 radio. That's not even right, is it? No, that's the wrong radio. Because I'll be flying in the 042 radio. No, it'll be the 21. Yeah, the 217 radio. So we're going to descend now to 3,000 feet. And we'll be landing in a while. Estimated 1814 Zulu. Estimated to arrive 4 minutes ago. GG. Messed up the waypoints. I figured as much when you went straight on. I was wondering why you just decided to breeze through the turn. Am I gonna want a bit of speed brake going on, I wonder? I mean, you've got 100 nautical miles to slow down. 3,000 feet. No, you should be good. Just. I'll put out speed brakes when we're coming through 10,000. Let's get the... some very rough, quick primary pre-landing stuff done now that we can get done. Ignition on, cab lights off. Curtain is stowed. Yeah, that's about all I can do pre-landing right now. Because everything else is configuration. Oh, Stansted's about to get completely run over by everybody. Rip to the S2 on Stansted. Sending it 6,500. I'm descending 2,000 feet per minute. You're... Why is the newbie pilot, the one who doesn't really know what he's doing, why am I the one that seems to be doing everything correctly today? This is concerning. I mean, granted, I did forget to turn on APU bleed when I was trying to start the engines. But I at least remembered this time to take the covers off. Because usually in this plane I forget to take the engine covers off. Then I get very confused when the engine won't start. The engine won't start because there's no air going into the engine because it's got engine covers on. Yeah, I'm gonna want to pull out the speed brakes. And get the speed under control here. So the air brakes are going to basically remain out until we're level at 3000 now. Got tons of fuel left, literally. And the big old dive is ongoing from pretty much everybody. Because I think we all left top of the descent a bit late there. Peach 8000. GG. I'm gonna want to hit about 4000 coming down here, so I'm hoping the plane's gonna want to do that. 2300, that's slightly concerning. I'm gonna leave the spoilers out for a little while, because I need to bleed altitude rather quickly here. I want to keep my airspeed low. I'm still at Mach 0.55, but it should be good otherwise. Just realised the radio I'm actually going to want is the 037 radio. At the airport, that's going to be our landing radio. Because we're going to backtrack the 037 radio. 58 nautical miles from the airport, 20,000 feet. Just like a pro having dinner and flying. Technically this is legal because it's above 10,000 feet. I mean, if needs be, I can hold the dinner for a little bit and actually fly the approach. Slightly concerned that I've not left myself enough room here. You're working on making up ground. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're all within 20 nautical miles. Because there's John Doe, there's Hayden, and there's me. And this outer ring here is 20 nautical miles. And we're all just basically plummeting out of the sky. Because we've all somehow managed to leave top of descent too late. How far away am I now? 49 miles. I can store, not reversers. I can store speed brakes. Reduce the angle of attack. Fifteen times 3 is 45, yeah, we got... Oh, 12 threes are 36, we got space to work with. Laterally. I'm just hoping that the meter's being nice to me today. $35014. Oh my god. We're good other than the winds. U1014. Outside air temperature, we're gonna need the anti-ice on. Just bring down the sun visor there to block out the sun, and inexplicably, no matter where I bring it down, it makes the cockpit darker. Instead of just being a shade, it is a magical... Like, the sun is there, you can clearly see it out the side of the window. If I bring down this sunshade, it makes the cockpit darker. It's an interesting way of simulating that, but okay. Beginning farm sim of this. X-Plane, I think, is the better sim to get of the two major ones. It toggles sunglasses mode, does it? Well, just turned on the... That might explain why literally everything gets darker. Also, it takes like 3 frames for the cockpit to get darker. I can see the frames interlacing. That's kind of comical. We should be visible on... Yes, we're visible on this now. So the airport is going to be just over about there, I would guess. Possibly further along there. And I'm going to go to heading hold mode fairly soon. I don't want to... Actually, I could overfly and turn around from there. That would not be the worst idea. You really only play Sims? Pretty much the same. I play strategy games as well, but I mean, strategy games are basically simulators in a different way. They're strategy simulators. I don't like first-person shooters at all. Can't stand them. If they're really heavily story-based, though, I do like them. Like, I've forgotten the name of it. Never mind. Actually, I can find it. Spec Ops: The Line. That is a really good shooter. Because the storyline is amazing. Gonna need a bit more down, please. We should actually start intercepting the various waypoints for the VR DME-04. And when we do, I'll swap onto my... Actually, should I swap onto the heading now? Even Hayden's passing you. Yeah, but you do seem to be 7,000 feet below me somehow. Yeah, swap onto heading hold now. So, okay, that was a bit aggressive. Let's go half bank. So that's going to bring me up alongside the runway, about 2-3 miles away from it though. The extreme descent. Yeah, but you're basically on the ground. So you're going to be taking manual control once we hit 3,000. Luckily, I don't plan on intercepting the airport right now. We are flying pretty much in line with our extended center line for 2-4, which is perfect. 2-2 even, not 2-4. I should add, by the way, that I'm basically making up this procedure as I go along, so it's probably not something that you do in real life ever. But it should work for me to fly instrument in. Where did I get the music from? Pretzel. Pretzel.rocks. Really, really useful tool for any streamer who doesn't want to deal with a million copyright problems, especially on YouTube. If you have Pretzel, it's the Chiptunes playlist, YouTube friendly. I think I've got another setting turned on somewhere. Oh god, Bremen oh, people are gonna fly Stansted to Bremen now. With S2 exams going on in Stansted and in Bremen, That just means people are going to do sunset Bremen flights to annoy both people. Hopefully not in a blimp. Which apparently UK have banned blimps from doing taking part in S2 or in controller examinations after some git decided to fly. Hey Hayden, here's the thing. Somebody did that. Somebody legitimately did that. There was a controller examination going on somewhere, I think recently, and somebody to troll the person being examined flew a blimp in, and UK have banned blimps from controller exams now. Let's go down to 2,000. That's illegal. What? Banning blimps? And we'll reduce speed to 220. I just have to grab a beer to watch this landing. Let's now intercept my extended central line for the runway. Let's get down to 1,500. I'm literally making this all up as I go along. Now I want nav1 to be the source. Speed, go back now to... Excuse me? Heading... Oh, I need to turn off VNav, that's what the problem was. And speed, go back now to 210. Actually, bring it all the way back down to 180. And we'll turn... Here's hoping this ridiculous method that I made for this landing will work. Because I have actually no idea. Go full bank. Anti-ice can come off, flaps 1. Flaps 2. And oh my god! There's the runway! This ridiculous, stupid approach that I invented is actually working. I want yaw damper on, please. So, it's my aircraft now. I have full control. We're gonna back it down. Don't want to be descending. I do not want to be descending. Want to hold steady at 1400 feet. Back the speed down. I can't believe that the ridiculous, stupid approach that I made up is actually working. Back down throttle.
Overspeed. Overspeed.
Laps full, but that's fine. We'll just idle out the throttle. Welcome back, by the way, Irish.
Approaching. 2-2.
And let's continue. Oh, this is actually going to work. We're a bit low, so I can shadow out descent a small bit. Too red, too white. Vaguely on the center line.
Long landing. 1,800
no.
meters remaining. 1,500 remaining. 1,200 remaining. 900 remaining.
Actual butter?
300 remaining.
What was that landing? Oh, that's high. That's very high. That's gonna have to be a go around, surely. Landed it. Probably quite hard, but landed it. Hi then. I get the feeling the plane decided he didn't want to land. Only 1 foot per minute? That's not bad. Reverse is broke. And your flaps are broken. The clueless idiot who invented an instrument procedure is the only one that actually managed to land with no major breakages. Hey, SRF. Landing is the hard part. Honestly, yes. I'm kind of surprised that I managed minus less than 40. But that was minus 39.5, which is just stupid. It's stupid. Shouldn't ever be able to land a jet at 40 feet per minute. Okay, Project Fly's saying it was minus 114, which is much more logical for a jet. Charge 250 on top of your donation for Patreon. The 250 on top of it, SRF, doesn't go to me, that goes to Patreon, but I do get the full amount that you pledge. The extra charge is a Patreon fee, which I think there's a way that I could make it so that I take that hit, but either way, somebody's taking a hit of that 250. I'm enjoying how bland this airport is. This is like really actually what the airport looks like. I should point this out. This is what the airport actually would look like in real life, give or take. That's the military apron. I'll find a better way. SRF, if you wanted to... The better way would be to do it through Streamlabs. There's a link in the description. Streamlabs goes straight to my PayPal. There is a small charge involved, but it's nowhere near as bad as Patreon. And definitely nowhere near as bad as YouTube. Monday, I don't know what we're gonna fly yet. Yeah, the Streamlabs link is PayPal. That goes direct into my PayPal. That is a much better looking landing. Will the reversers deploy? Yes, they have deployed this time. What are the reversers on this, by the way? Oh my god, they're the really cool reversers that I like. But this is the only flight for the day. You can see it's getting quite dark, and the next flight will be another hour or so. Probably hour and a half. So that'll be done on Monday instead. And I'm going to pull into this parking slot right here. And make a hames of it because it's me. If I was flying a 747, that would have been nearly perfect.
Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
That was a nice flight. Bit, random donated €5. How much for me to adopt you? Significantly more than that. Nice uneventful flight, apart from Hayden deciding to, you know, not fly at any kind of good speed. We'll call that parked. Parking brake on. APU gen on. APU bleed on. Emergency lights. Whoops. Off. 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 I don't want batteries on. Standby instruments can go off. Ghost lock can come on. And APU can now come off. So we got external power plugged in. And that is going to do it for today. A nice 2.5 hour cruise between Mali and Western Sahara, which may or may not be a country, but I'm going to count it as one for the purposes of this. On Monday, we are going to be flying off to Mauritania. So I just need to update the map here real quick. On Monday, we're flying off to Mauritania. It's 1,024 kilometers, so I might do that in the Cirrus, I'm thinking right now. Might change my mind in between now and then. We'll be landing in Mauritania in Nouakchott International Airport in Omtounsi. No, it's Omtounsi Airport, which is in Nouakchott. It's a single runway airport with a VIP terminal, which is what I'm going to be parking at. Foshow 1634. That sounds all good to me. Oh, it's got 2 runways. That's a very interesting layout for an airport. That's going to be very interesting to fly into. I'm looking forward to it. And then after Mauritania, we'll be doing a mainly across water leg to Dakar, by the looks of it. Then a definitely mainly across water leg to Cape Verde Islands. I'll decide on a plane for the next leg on Monday, most likely. And then after that, we might double up legs. Yeah, we'll probably double up legs next Friday and go to Senegal and Cape Verde all in one. After that, we'll do Cape Verde to the Gambia on the following Monday, then off to Guinea-Bissau, and we might even sneak in a triple leg Monday week. But that is going to do it for today. Hope you enjoyed. I'll be back tomorrow with some farm sim. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.